So everyone, welcome again back to the Smart Consumers Team Weekly Builders Mastermind. Got a couple different names, but basically the area where if you're an Atomy member, consumer, and you're looking to build your business so that you can inspire, help more people shop smarter and earn smarter. Shop smart and earn smart. And what we're going to do today is we've got Michael with us, Gloria, Vince, James, and we might have some other people pop on here. And I want to make sure everyone gets a chance. And also, if someone's watching the recording, this won't be completely finalized. I don't think anything's ever completely finalized. Everything's always this changing, molding, biological machine that we are right now, to try and just always be on the cuff of resonating what's best whilst not changing things all the time, because I'm a big believer of like a person can just continue to change things and never ever start either, right? You know, it's just that there's that type of mindset where you're just planning and then you never take action, and then right before you're about to take action you're like, oh, but I better change the plan again, you know. And thankfully everyone's been doing a bunch of great work, you know, and I just wanted to really commend everyone for the messages they've been sending, the connections they've been making. I can see it all on the back end. I don't know off the top of my head, but I think even Michael and Gloria yourself, you sent that link out and over like 30 or 40 people clicked and came into that automated system. So that's wonderful. And that's exactly what we need to keep doing, is just keep taking something and trying it out, you know, and these are just like new hypotheses, and you go out and you test them. And eventually what I find is they start to get more congruent, they get more effective. It builds your belief more in the system. It builds the belief more in yourself. And that has a lot to do with this system working and you being able to work the system. I don't even like system, but the 1, 2, 3 ABC marketing method that we've been designing. And so, yeah, welcome everyone that's joining us. I haven't met, is it Osa or Asya? I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. Anyways, Vince might be able to help me out with that. But anyways, really appreciate everyone hopping in here. If there is some background noise, I might just mute you for right now.
Aisha Imran. Aisha Imran is the name for the Facebook, but her real name is Siti.
Okay. Well, Aisha, Chichi,
okay. Good morning.
If you wanted to introduce yourself properly, then I can know how to properly introduce you in the future as well.
Okay. Can you all hear me?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm Siti. I work as a food technologist with the Health Department, Ministry of Health, Malaysia.
Perfect.
I set up laboratories for food testing, and also we do tests on we do checking of restaurants. So I've been in Atomy for a year now. Yeah. Hi.
Great.
Hi.
Well, I really appreciate you being here and joining us tonight. And yeah, just if you have any questions throughout, just reach out and say hello in the chat, or just really honestly just blur it out and say, hey, I've got a question, because I sometimes get on a little bit of a roll. And my new goal is for us to all be a part of this and building this, not so much me trying to, I do a decent job, but I think we'll do an even better job if we're all doing this together and all working together with this, which we have been. I'm just wanting to accentuate that more and more. So I have a question that everyone's going to go around and answer to the best of their abilities, you know, thinking of their mind, thinking of their heart when they answer this, so that I think we'll get some really cool answers. And what's going to happen is we're going to take these answers and we're going to come with one team core answer to this message. And it's going to be something that I think we all put into it, right? And so we all it's a piece of us, a part of us is all in that message in the end with this way of doing it. So Vince, if you wanted to go first, I have a question that I'm going to go, like I said, going to go around the round table and everyone's going to get a chance to answer it. And so Vince, what does a smart consumer or the smart consumers mean to you? Just in a few sentences, what does the smart consumer or being a smart consumer mean to you?
I want to shop smart, earn smart by consuming daily essential products of the highest quality at the lowest possible price, at a price that I'll never dream of. And Atomy provides that products because if you check it with the products in the market of high quality apples with apples, I think Atomy products, the pricing is about what, 1550 to even as high as 80% lower than what is in the market. That is the awesome thing about Atomy. That's it.
Beautiful. I love it. Short. That's perfect. That's perfect. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, okay.
Right on, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah.
Michael, to you, what does a smart consumer mean to you? And basically it's the consumer. And that's where I kind of wanted everyone to, like the team building aspect, I think is a big part of this. But I think what we focus on first is inspiring them as a consumer. So what does a smart consumer mean to you, Michael?
Well, just swapping from the everyday products that they buy at a supermarket and going with the eco-friendly products that Atomy present.
Perfect. I like that. I like eco-friendly. I think that's a good word. I think that's a good phrase. It really is. Helps people make the decision for sure.
Yep.
James?
Oh, yeah. Smart consumer. Smart consumer to me, I would, if it is a thing that, a phrase that hits me is to consume products in a smart way. That means how it will benefit me as a consumer. So whenever I consume any products, how does that product benefit me? That's what strikes my mind.
Beautiful. Excellent. All right. Who would like to go next? Gloria?
Unmute yourself, Gloria.
Mine is freedom, time freedom.
Time freedom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Took me 10 minutes to put in an order for my weekly shop last night. Unbelievable.
Exactly. So not having to, always having to visit the store and kind of the freedom and flexibility. And I guess, there's a whole lot there for sure. But yeah, I get you. Would you be able to like kind of expand freedom a little bit?
The products are in front of you. You don't have to push through your people. You don't have to load up your car. You don't have to unload the products. The products are all packed in a strong box. They're delivered to your door. Just time management, freedom.
Perfect. Yeah, I think, and I even wrote like, it's convenience, right? Like, just having just total convenience over this and using the technology that you have available around you to save time so that you can do more with others, the people that you love, the people that, matter most, rather than going around and spending time around people, complete strangers that you don't know.
That's right.
For an hour every week for, the majority or greater majority of your life. Yeah. So I think that's a great point too.
You don't have to pay for parking.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. you don't have to touch any of the trolleys,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean,
that
yep.
other people have put their products in. It's
Have to worry
this way
about
it's more hygienic than,
That's a good word. Yeah. Hygienic.
yeah.
Great. Who else?
And
Oh,
oh, sorry, it's all
go
right.
ahead, Gloria. Yeah, finish.
I was going to say, like, with the shop, you've got shopping hours. With the Tomy, you've got 24 hours to shop in.
No time restrictions, basically.
Yeah.
These are great. This is all great. And yeah, and yeah, we'll get to. I'll get to what I'm basically getting to with all of this, with all of these questions and asking and stuff. But if there's anyone else, the question we're asking is, and even if you don't know what we think smart consumers mean, this is all very personal. What does smart consumers mean to you? If there's anyone that would like to jump out, CT, Janet, Mars, if any of you, hi. If any of you would like to jump out and explain what smart consumers means to you, essentially Atomy consumers, that would be excellent.
For me, being a smart consumer is, I agree with Gloria, because most women, they don't have time during the day, so you can do this after all the kids are sleeping, and you can do your purchase and it's delivered to you, and so you don't have to look for parking in the supermarket. But to me, being a smart consumer is, I love the skincare. It actually works. I've been using the expensive ones in the department store, and it doesn't really give the result as much as when I use Atomy skincare. The result is, you can see it almost like in 1 or 2 weeks, almost immediately. So it's value for money in terms of skincare. And also, I like the idea because Atomy gives you passive income. So this is very important for me as a smart consumer, that I get a way to earn passive income for myself by just sharing the product, which is not, there's no companies that I know that gives us this opportunity to create passive income. That's smart consumer is for me. Yeah.
Very, very great. Very well. Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome. Janet, do you have something you want to add? I'm going to unmute you. Oh, maybe it's not working. Janet, we can't hear you quite yet.
Can you hear me right now?
There you go.
Hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay,
yes.
great. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm so happy I can enjoy this time. Yeah, I totally agree with what you said just now, many points. So I think as a consumer, by the time we go for shopping, what's in our mind is we are looking for products with the highest quality, right? No one wants to buy things of low quality. So I think everybody, we're looking for high quality products. And no, we also concerned about the price. So we want to spend as less as we can. So I really think in Atomy, we find a solution because all the products there are of highest quality and also the lowest possible price. So I think we are really lucky as a member of Atomy. And the second point, I think we are smart being a Atomy member is because Atomy, they have the global sourcing, global sales, this strategy, which help us to find in every country the best product there, so that they select, and also because of our huge numbers of members. So now, right now, do you know how many members up to April? How many?
No, I don't. Please enlighten us.
So now is 10 million active. I mean, 10 million active members we have. So we are putting our purchasing power together. So which makes it possible to bargain the best price to get the products. So like there's one product I think in US, it's not launched yet. Let me show. Okay, let me show. I really love that product.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. Is the network stable just now? I'm trying to go to another site, which I think will be better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, show us
Okay.
what you want to show.
Okay, so this product, can you see?
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that on the Canadian site. Is that the eucalyptus oil patch?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So this is a product. It's made in Taiwan. So, because it's so good that Atomy wants to get it and becomes an Atomy product. So it is so good to, like, when you have anywhere you feel sore in your muscle, or you have the stuffy nose, for there are many purposes you can just use this one. So once after become an Atomy product, the price is 1/3. So you see, we are so lucky because before that, I didn't even know about this product. And even I know there's a product in Taiwan, I couldn't get it because it's so far away, right? But Atomy got for us and put in the shopping mall, and with a lower price, 1/3 of the price. We can just like what Gloria just said, we can just stay home and order. We don't have to do anything, so easy. So that's why I think we are really a smart consumer, being an Atomy member. And more than that, we can also get the points, and the points can be translated into money. So right now, like from this system, I don't even have to pay for it. It's free because I get more than to cover this product. So it's so amazing. I think Atomy, we're so lucky. We know this company. And I think we are lucky that, sorry.
You're not getting it free, you're paid to use it.
Yeah. And more than that, I think we are really lucky because now you know how many countries are there. There's a Atomy.
Over 14, I think.
Yeah, basically 14 or 15 is because
16.
Yeah, market. Yeah, start. You can register as member. But you know how many countries are there in the world? 170 something, I guess, right?
Right.
So we are on the very beginning. There are so many countries, so many people are going to join as our members, and the system itself is binary. It also goes unlimited level. So as long as we link other members, the new market, old market, whatever, so their purchasing can benefit us. So I think we are really lucky. We join in first before them. Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm inviting some special guests here. They'll probably just pop in. We'll keep going along. On everyone, thank you so much for sharing, and that was beautiful. Janet, that's beautiful. You very much know the system. You very much know Atomy very well, and I've spent a lot of time actively learning that, and it shows. And it is amazing. Like, the more and more research I do, I just get surprised every day, which is a great feeling to have from a business, because I think everyone's probably been in the experience where those surprises maybe weren't as exciting in other businesses, maybe either online, offline, personal service-based business, or if it wasn't a traditional MLM, it's almost like they tell you just enough so that you get in or spend or pull out your wallet, and then all these other trap doors and surprises keep coming down the pipe, and then you never really get ahead. You just keep having to like feed this beast or this system. And that's where it's like those are the systems that I think a lot of people what I'm trying to say is, I know there's a lot of stigma towards quote unquote MLMs, network marketing, this style of business, but we know, everyone on this call knows, that Atomy is uniquely different than all of them for so many different reasons. And I mean, we'd probably sound like some tinfoil hat person trying to tell people, no, you got to trust me. It's not like that at all, blah, 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 right? But, and I've been watching a lot of videos myself. And I think what's really important is we don't really even have to like say like, oh, we're not like the other guys. All we have to do is let the value of the company and let the value of the products speak for themselves. And so we really, if someone has to like, there's no convincing going on with this, right? If they need to try something, by all means, let them try something. But it's like, you're going to want to come back and purchase a whole bottle anyway. So you might as well purchase the full bottle right now. You know, like certain things like that. Or it's just like, hey, if you're not that excited as I am about these products right now, send it back to me. I'll use it. Or send it back to the company. It's 100% guarantee. You know, so like certain things like that where it's just confidence on how much you believe in this system is going to transfer to people way more than like features and benefits. Sometimes features and benefits really, really push people away, right? Not that they're great, not that they're really exciting, but you need to talk about features and benefits once you're on the inside of the door, right? And my best way to explain this is has anyone ever thrown like a party in their backyard with friends and family, like a cookout or a barbecue or something like that, right? Or, you know, just even a family dinner inside the house. Well, when you're first inviting people to that, you know, it's very, you phone them, you let them know, and like what's going down. Would you be interested in joining us? You know, it's going to be a fun time. I thought of you and thought you'd maybe come. And then so you're very much doing that from your front door, right? And so imagine you on your front door going like, hey neighbors, I'm having a fun party over here. Would you be interested? Like there's going to be snacks, there's going to be food. And then you kind of just, you're not explaining the whole meal plan. You're not explaining what music you're going to be listening to the whole time. You're not really explaining all these crazy. You're talking about it in a kind of a high level. We're going to have a ton of fun. All the best people are going to be there, including your friend that you like so much. And I want you to come over and be a part of it. The person's like, I'm in. I don't need to hear anymore, right? And then so when they come over, now that they're in the backyard, the back party, and that's like the smart consumer group, you guys, the smart consumer community. Once you've kind of invited them, and then they get to come into the back door, they get to see everyone enjoying the products, they get to see everyone having a lot of fun, then they're like, okay, what's going on? Like, you know, I want to be a part of this. You know, it's a kind of a very engaging way to introduce. And I think first and foremost, me and Vince were kind of having a chat about this. If you can just very much tell that this person's a team builder, or if they've been in previous MLMs and they want to know things like how far can you build your downline down, right? Infinite levels, right? How do you earn commissions? You know, is it a binary system? You know, blah, blah, blah. You know, all these certain types of questions, I think are great. And I think it's awesome if you have the ability to introduce in that way. But I think what's going to be very much more powerful, because I'm going to ask you all a question right now, and this might really trigger a lot of things for you guys and help everyone out, guys and gals. Would have you have joined Atomy, but not knowing about the value, not knowing about literally anything, literally just someone coming up to you and saying, hey, there's this new thing that gives you daily essential products, and they're extremely high quality, extremely low cost. Would you have joined if the product wasn't, like, if the membership wasn't free? A show of hands, who would have joined if it wasn't free? And be honest. Not that many, right? Gloria said she would have. She's just a hustler, though. But no, and honestly, and maybe I even would have too. Like, I'll be honest with you. I've joined programs that cost me thousands and thousands of dollars just to see inside the door, because it was so, you know, engaging, or like, oh, what could it be like, right? Whereas we have really a special thing with Atomy where it's no cost, no additional cost to them to come in and check things out. And so that's the leverage that we need to use with this, is let the system speak for itself. It's already free. And but I'm going to go into a little bit of the structure that we've chatted about. But yeah, we've got a lot of great points to really come in. And what we're going to do together for the next 15 minutes here is we're going to come up with a team core message. And this is how a core message usually works. It usually I'm going to share my screen just for a quick second here, just to explain this a little bit clearer. So the niche is the group of people that we're going for. And right now, you guys don't need to necessarily be too concerned with that, because we're just going to say people, which isn't a niche, but we're just going to keep this very generic for right now. But we help people, right? That's what we do. Everyone's a consumer, essentially. There's no one that's not on the table to be able to leverage and get value from Atomy, unless you're a dog. But I'm assuming pretty soon they'll have dog food too. So then dogs are not off the table either, right? So the niche, don't worry about too much. The offer is essentially, it's the high quality products for incredible value, right? And there's some other things that a couple other people came through this. And so we do need to figure out what's essentially the offer is. It's being able to shop smart for no additional costs, essentially, right? Anyone else want to brainstorm on that? The offer is, I would say, the international shopping mall. That's part of the offer, right? That's something that it's what are they getting? You know, what's the product? You know, like, and we can't really necessarily say it's what they're getting before they even purchase a single thing, right? Like, you know, what is the value there?
They get big discounts.
That's
30 to over 60% from the run-of-the-mill products that claim to be of highest brand.
That's good. I like figures and numbers. That really is that pushes it along for sure.
Especially the skincare product. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's as much as 80% lower than the top brand in the market.
I've heard that as well too. Over 60 to 80% as cheap, or I shouldn't use cheap. 60-80% less cost than in the industry standard type of thing, like that, compared to that product. And like so-and-so's CT said on the call, she says it works. She loves it. Like, you know, like, and that's what's really, we really got, I think that's a great thing. It works. That's what's
and it's
amazing.
Your own. You can have something that's your own.
And something that's your own. Awesome.
Recently I usually share, because of the coffee, I think most of the people, in whatever countries we are being affected. So we have to be more cautious in the money, how we spend it, and how we can just maintain our quality of life without sacrificing. There's a online shopping mall which offers us the product of really there's no harmful ingredients inside, so for sure you can get the you can have the good health enjoying the products, as well as without spending more. Actually, you can save more. So
I think in fact this is the best timing, because everyone needs to stretch their dollar. If we bring to the notice of people that they can actually save money and yet retain or enhance the quality of the product they have been using, I think it will really be a great thing.
Absolutely, enhances great. So,
and I think, and I also think we've
got lots and lots of ideas, but really what we need to do is get a core message of what everyone thinks this is. And it's going to be a couple short words. It's not going to be a long-handed tail conversation with someone, right? It's going to be kind of like that bumper sticker type of thing.
That's true.
So out of the offer, is shopping smart? Does that explain it enough? Does that explain having an international shopping mall, having huge discounts, showing that it works, the quality of life, the good health, the good products, the enhancement?
Yeah.
And those are good because we can work from that. And what do you guys figure the result is? What are people getting at the end of this after they became a smart consumer? What is the big result that they're getting?
Satisfaction. You can finally afford something that's worth buying.
Greatest value for money.
Yeah, value. There you go. That was a good one.
Value is a good word.
Yeah.
Satisfaction is a good word. We almost just need words at this point so that we can really come to a succinct message. And I'll show you where this all makes sense.
At prices that they can never dream of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good line for sure. Making everyone
affordability. Affordability is a good word. You know, kind of like what we're talking about.
Yeah, we want to keep it as like obviously descriptive as possible, without sounding low level. We want to sound high level, you know. And then so like when things like saying low cost. When I'm around friends and family, I'll just say that because it's just the easiest way to explain it to some people sometimes. But we want to really come across like what we are, this unique, very valuable, very special, you know, trustworthy, exactly.
You know, something kind of weird. It's a little bit bigger, but what about low overhead? It may be for something a little bit extra down the line, but you know, that's a big thing. Why the prices are so competitive is because of the low overhead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How about earning from your shopping?
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, we got to be really careful because as a consumer, they're not necessarily earning points at all yet.
All right.
But one thing that we can say to them is the money that they're saving is money that they're earning. That, you know, they would have normally spent at these stores, would have normally spent on fuel, petrol to the store, the time spent to go there. But it's tangible once you explain it like that. But we just, until they're a builder, we just got to kind of like, it's almost how this is going to look, everyone, to kind of give you a big picture perspective is someone comes in, everyone all agreed that they wouldn't have joined Atomy if it cost money, right? That would have been, or a majority of the people would have been like, yeah, no, one of those things, this is just a scam. You just want my money. See you later. But that's not what this is. And that's what the really cool catalyst to this is. I'm going to mute someone. It's just a little bit of a hum for some reason. Don't know where it's coming from, but anyways, we'll just deal with it. So yeah, if you guys feel like there's background noise that you're causing, just mute yourself. Appreciate it for everyone else's experience. And then so what we can do is, I might just mute everyone here because yeah. So great. So this is what we'll do here. So we've gotten a lot of great ideas. And what we need to basically come down to a conclusion is a core team message that resonates with everyone. And so me and Vince came up with a couple ideas. You guys seen them, but no one really engaged with them in the group. So I'm assuming that no one liked them or just no one's seen them or whatever. So let's work together to find something that really resonates with everyone. So what it's going to look like is it's going to be like, hello, so-and-so. And it's going to be better than this once it's done. Would you be interested in getting this result through this offer, right? And so we brainstormed some stuff like that with, the result is satisfaction. The result is affordability, right? This is what I've said before. And this is where we could just help put people, because right here, actually, this is where you push your niche eventually, right? But if you don't have a niche or a niche, depending on how you say it, we'll just put people, right? Just curious, I'm helping people shop online while generating some extra income. And see, I've been kind of steering away from this because it is true and it's not true, depending on how you're looking at it. And we just want people to really come in on the value of Atomi's products and the value that and just let the value of those products really speak for themselves, because I think the more natural way of building this business is you showing people the value of the product by becoming a smart consumer, the value of the international shopping mall, the value of not having to go to the store, and all that great stuff that we just talked about. And then once they really value the products themselves, that's when the conversation to say, hey, you're leaving money on the table. Did you realize this? And would you be interested in starting to build with us with smart consumers, and showing them that we have a proven 1, 2, 3 ABC marketing method that they can implement. And it's actually very easy to even just find 2 people to start sharing this with, someone really close to you, friends and family. If you don't want to do that, don't worry. We can show you how to do it online as well. You want to build a really strong team? Great. Come with us and we'll show you exactly how to do that. But at that moment, the conversation makes a lot more sense, because now they understand the quality, the value, the empathy, all the great stuff that goes with the business. And a lot of people, I believe, the conversation in their mind are, I never thought I would do something like this, but hey, why don't I give this a try? I love these products. They say what they do. This is the first time I've ever been in something where it's not like, quote unquote, scam, trigger word, blah, blah, blah. But I think everyone's just hyper sensitive to stuff like this and it not working out for them. So let's just not make it look like that at all to them. Let's more focus on the product side of things, because that is very much the really core value of this. And also being able to create an additional income. But I don't know if it's hurting us or not. This is a big assumption, but every time that you're like, hey, I'm going to help you earn money online, some people might be like, that's not for me. Or they might have the money thing already figured out, and really all they were really interested in it was actually finding a better line in on some more higher quality products. So sometimes income isn't really the driving factor. And I've met a few people already through my messaging where it wasn't, the valuable product would have been a more enticing or engaging thing to them, because people are financially fit, or they really enjoy what they're doing financially. So then this is, so sometimes the income, as much as everyone that's here that's a really big motivator. Sometimes that's not the biggest motivator. So helping people shop online, and this is like the result. So while and so I feel like I'm just going to come up with it again, but I can toss some examples, some ideas of what we've been thinking about doing here. I'm just going to stop my screen for a second here. Vince had a really great one today. Let's pop this back up. Everyone can see my screen here. Can maybe even make this a little bigger eventually here. So, hey, first name, hope all is well. Just curious, I'm helping people shop online, which is like, I think that's a bigger part of this. And that definitely helps people understand that, this isn't going to a store. This isn't stuffing things in your basement, blah, 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 and all this other type of stuff that's old school. I'm helping people shop online and get this result. What's the result, everyone?
It could be like how they have the Sam's Club and the different Costco and stuff. That's another direction you could do it. Like where you're going is, this is like a shopping club card that gives you those discounts, wholesale prices. So anyways, that's just kind of another direction in addition to all this.
Yeah, I guess
everybody's doing it.
It's like a loyalty program.
Loyalty card. Yeah,
but it really truly isn't. if you really get to the nitty gritty of it. So it's the integrity side of those things. It's not a loyalty program. It's shopping for high quality products at a low cost, where you're not getting any kickback from that. You're not getting any kickback till you actually start building. So
Well, do you get any kickback from Costco or from Sam's Club, or do you just get cheaper prices because you are part of the club?
Right. Yeah. Totally.
So it's almost like an elite club of smart shopping, a new leading edge way of online shopping because it's getting crazy out here.
Right.
So yeah.
I'm helping people shop online while getting what result?
Is that where we could bring in about the community, Brody?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. While working together.
Yeah, working together as a community.
Yeah, that's really nice. That brings up a whole new side of everything. We're trying to get rid of this corrupted system. We can't do that alone.
Yeah.
We must remove these unintegrity, dishonest, greedy businesses and corporations that are keeping us in slavery, so that we don't have the money to afford the things that are actually beneficial to our lives. And that makes us very, very unsatisfied. It makes us hurt. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could bring in about our planet, like the eco-friendly
I like
products.
that too. Yeah, because I think originally me and Vince were thinking of just calling with the smart consumers people, purpose, planet. And it was just like, what is that? Well, you got to come in to see what that's all about. And so it keeps people still guessing. But yeah, I would kind of want to be planet was definitely been on my mind for a little bit. So I want that.
Like an ecosystem, eco-friendly. We could always just add that to everything we're saying. Online shopping, eco-friendly. Just add that to your repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Getting the best deal, the lowest wholesale prices by working together in unity. Because we are already getting at wholesale prices. By working together, we are going to get even higher wholesale prices through the commissions eventually.
You could put teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, that's high level for sure.
When we're together or in unity, every single thing we do is easier. It would be foolish. It would be stupid not to. So if nothing else, if they don't care about products, if they don't care about businesses, if they don't care about anything, this is just a great way to unify and make the world a better place. Unity does that. Just being together makes things better.
And I think, and that's the vision, and this is the core promise of what they're getting, and the vision is definitely something that you bring up when you're very, very much after the promise, right? Of like, why, this is what Smart Consumers gives you, is in the promise. But then the vision is the why I decided to become a smart consumer, right? I decided because I wanted world unification. I wanted better people. I wanted better products. I wanted eco-friendly environments, for my family. But we have to really yeah, go ahead.
I think that after what we're going through now, a lot more people will want that as well.
Absolutely. That's just what's happening.
A cleaner, healthier planet to live in.
Absolutely. And online businesses now, because of the corona and everything, is going to explode. And if we do not get while the iron is hot, we are also foolish for that. People are ready for this type of stuff now. This is the best opportunity that these type of businesses have ever had. People are afraid to even go out of their house. Well, you still have to get groceries. You still have to have your stuff. So what are you going to do? You just going to die? You just going to suffer? No. Get your better, cheaper products from your whole, your distribution center that you are a part of. It's yours.
That
It's
you can
genius.
trust. That you
Yeah,
can
it's
trust.
genius.
I think the overall essence is to let people know that we have to change our ways by uniting and working together to get the best ever deals for everyone in the community to achieve the whole.
Yes, that's good. Definitely. That's definitely it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so this is a loose message for you, like everyone. I'm gonna drop this in the chat. Everyone can see that. And honestly, we do need to eventually be promoting a unified message. I think that'll be really beneficial because then the messaging is congruent. So then when people come into these meetings, when you see up at a meetup, when you're in the Smart Consumers group, everyone's basically really expressing that same message. So it starts to build, it starts to harmonize, just like a symphony, where it's like if some people saying it's this thing over here and then some people are saying it's this thing over here, I think they're all amazing and I think all those things are excellent. But it can get confusing for the newer person coming in, especially if they're watching different videos and stuff like that. And even for ourselves, it's like, okay, what is it to this week? No, this is what it is. And then it keeps expanding kind of off of this. And that's why I call it the core message. And this is really cool, where in future trainings, I'll show you how to become more niche with this. But even just like if you focus on your niche right now, and for the people that know what I'm talking about, this is great because you can still use those people. And if you know how to niche out your message more, I could even spend some time at the end doing that. But I think this will work. I think this is a good enough to even, and a great way that you can make this even more personal, this first message, is you could say, instead of saying people, I'm helping friends and family. If you were messaging this out to friends and family, I'm helping friends and family shop smarter online while working together, find affordable, high quality products so that we can create a more unified and eco-friendly planet. Do you need help with this? Right? And I like, do you need help with this? Because then it only really inspires people that do want help and are receiving of help, right? Because there's a lot of people that kind of just want to check things out, especially when you have something really high level engaging, I find. But if they just want to check things out just to eventually go, nah, that's not your person anyways, right? We want to find people that are actively ready to start doing something different with their life. And like everyone said, COVID-19 is this crazy catalyst for everyone rethinking what's kind of happening, and maybe even rethinking, where they're going to start shopping once this all starts up again, how they're going to be creating an income, and all these certain types of thought processes are getting revisited, where a post COVID-19, people are like, you know what, I'm just way too busy. I got to go to my job. I'll talk to you later, type of thing like that, right? Whereas now everyone has the time. Now everyone's been thinking about this stuff in a little bit more introspective thought. And so this is, this is really perfect. This message, I don't know if it's absolutely perfect. If anyone sees any flaws, just like looking at it right now, speak now or forever hold your peace until next week.
I see the flaw in the first line.
Okay.
I would, myself personally, I would rather just put just curious first name.
Hey,
I'm helping friends.
I mean, that's totally up to you. I think this is like what really makes this message actually even work. Because if you just kind of jump into like, hey, first name, and then you're just curious, it'd be kind of like walking up to someone on the street and just being like, hey, you, sir, just curious. Are you interested in this? Which works. And I'm not saying that and I don't mean to, anyone that wants to customize this first part, by all means, that's totally up to you. This might even be location and stuff dependent. Maybe you guys don't say hope all is well down in Australia. Maybe you have a different way of kind of saying that, in Newfoundland, they say, where you to there by? right? So I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that personally, and you guys wouldn't, there's certain types of location-based types of ways of greeting, but you should open with gratitude. That's what's going to make this really effective, is if you open with gratitude, because that's how they release, that's how their energy flows into the rest of the message. So yeah, it's just kind of like a more psychological thing that comes into play there. And then, so this is just the one for friends and family. I'm going to update everything. This is kind of sloppy the way I'm doing it, but this is how this works. So now I'm going to grab this one and edit it here so that everyone can kind of see how this process works. So, so this would be more, this next message would be more for a niche, or more for a person that you've just totally met, a stranger on the internet, basically, right? And so this really helps if you're focusing on a niche, right? Because then you can say, like, I'll give Michael's example. He picked a niche, dog lovers, right? So he's going out and friending up people that are dog lovers, right? Because those are the people who's going to resonate more with than just any random stranger on the internet, right? I saw that you're what they are, a dog lover, and I wanted to reach out. Right now, I'm helping dog lovers. And what are you doing? You just grab this right here, dude. And that's how, like, I like this, because it's very structured in a sense, and it's very repeatable for other people to be able to plug in their niche into there, right? So hey, I focus on people living in rural areas of farm, because they have to travel long distances to get to the store, right? I saw that you're in the rural community and wanted to reach out. I'm Brody Van Goodlife, and I'm helping rural families shop smarter online while working together to find affordable, high quality products so that we can create a more unified, eco-friendly planet. Do you need any help with this, right?
Or maybe even it's like stay-at-home people,
Yeah,
the ones who are
totally.
running the household.
Yeah, and that's where it's just like, I mean, and that's where we don't really want to pinhole ourselves into any type of work from home, stay at home type of like job opportunity type of thing. Not because this isn't, just because everyone has muddied that water so much. This is so different. This is a high quality, high quality, incredibly valuable internet shopping mall that you get,
Yeah.
So what about like something about the health products? So how do we get that in there?
Right.
Like high quality, proven
High
products.
quality and healthy. Working together to find affordable, high quality, and healthy products so that we can create a more unified, or we could even put it down here, eco-friendly and healthy planet.
There you go.
Yep.
I think it both works. I think probably keeping the healthy, because then eco-friendly basically explains that if the planet is eco-friendly.
Well, it can be healthy, but not eco-friendly. What if it comes in a bunch of plastic and a bunch of garbage and you can't throw it away? It never goes away.
Right.
It could be good for you, but
yeah. I just don't want to repeat healthy twice. I think that'd be kind of redundant. Yeah. So, and this is kind of wordy, you guys, like, and I'll be honest with you, but it sometimes wordy really, really works. If you want to read copywriting stuff, David Ogilvy is like the legend behind it. And he really, really says that wordy headlines really work, so because it kind of keeps people engaged in reading. The way I look at this, everyone, is I just go out and I test this now and I see how people are responding to it. And if I get some people adding into the group, that is success. That means it's working, essentially, right? How well it's working will keep improving over time, but essentially every message that I've sent out, I've gotten a couple people to come back into the group, and I've basically been only testing it out on about 100 people at a time and then checking it out so that I can somehow get a congruent message. But I like this one the most, and I feel like this one best represents us the most right now. And until, like I said, and speak now or forever hold your peace. And obviously I'm not forcing anyone to use this, but this is what I would feel that would work really effective. And so what I can do is I can mold this into a new version of the shopping. Basically, let's go to.
Sometimes big things, good things take a second to describe.
Yes.
You know, and if people are too lazy to read a sentence extra than clickbait, well, they don't deserve to have what we have. They do, but you see what I mean.
Absolutely. And then so every time that this message, not every time, but sometimes as the message changes, like maybe you want to change up your bio to reflect more of what your message is explaining right now, you know, because before we were very much helping people remove or overcome fear and financial anxiety without stress. Whereas now we're moving more to helping people shop smarter online, you know, with high quality, high value products. I don't know if I'd write that essentially in the bio, but maybe thinking of a more higher level way to explain that. Helping people shop smarter to create an eco-friendly planet or something.
It's like when you're not afraid, you do things differently. So we have progressed. Now everybody's not so anxious, not so financially strapped or whatever.
Exactly.
And so now what do? See, we're progressing. This is great. You guys are amazing.
And I think this one still is very strong. I think this is still a strong bio by any means. No, and I don't want anyone to get caught in analysis paralysis with this, because the optimization really just kind of makes sure that your profile is showing up as the part, you know. If you've got some dingy profile photo and you never ever post ever, some people might be a little hesitant to reach out and message you, right? Because they're kind of like, ew, what, does this person even use Facebook? This looks like a scammer or something like that, right? But if you've posted within the last week, you've got a photo of yourself that you can see your face and your eyes. Sunglasses sometimes don't work that well because eye is the, what is it, Jeremy, the seed to the soul? How does that phrase go?
Windows.
Something like that. You know, it's, the eyes are the connection to the soul, like that. So it really helps to have a nicer close-up with your eyes. And so you can see your eye color and things like that close, so that people can really resonate with you and be like, okay, yeah, no, this person is, you know, they can almost even read you in that first kind of like profile picture. And if you're an empathetic, ethical person, then that's great. You're on par. And then so build your list. We talked about this obviously, but I can review it again. A great place to build a list right now is just go to your local buy and sell group, because those are going to be local people that have the ability to get jumped in right into the system right away. And you might even be able to meet up with them locally if you need to show them that, hey, I'm a real person, that this is all, you know, I'll walk you through your international shopping, blah, 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 whatever it takes type of thing like that, right? We're real, we're ethical, we're empathetic, and we're going to help you, you know, shop smarter type of thing, right? So build a list of people that you resonate with. I'm going to go in more into the niche training, maybe even, I don't know, next week we'll probably do mindset and spiritual development again. But the week after we'll do the marketing session again, and we'll dive into how to niche this out towards dog lovers, how to niche this towards stay-at-home moms, how to niche this out towards whoever your group of people is that you think you want to basically surround yourself with. That's the biggest thing. We're going to go out and help the world with this, you guys, but just to say that I'm going to help the world is kind of greedy. I'll just say it, you know. You're not going to help the entire world. You're going to help a small portion of the world, right? And that's all you really need with this company. And everyone is going to impact their own small little portion of the world with this. And that's why Atomy has the 50K top. You know, they don't want people overarching and getting everyone and then leaving the pittance for some of the smaller people just coming in, right? They want people to just find like a group of 100 people to inspire, or maybe if it's even only 10 people, or maybe it's only even 2 people, and that's it. And then they go out and find their and that's where it gets kind of markety, salesy, but still, that's all it needs to be. So then when our marketing messages say we help everyone, it's very much tying into that whole like, oh, this person thinks he's going to just help everyone. And a person kind of gets that vibe where it's like, I don't think this person's my thing. Where it's like, I help dog lovers. Person's like, what? I'm a dog lover. Or like, you know, like certain types of things, if you can speak in their language, speak to their likes and desires, it's going to definitely cause a better experience for the messaging, your content creation. When you go and meet up with these people at live events, and all this stuff is going to all make way better of experience for a niche. And I can explain why in future videos. We've chatted about it quite a bit and some of the others. And then so this brings us to step 3, daily outreach. And so everyone's going to start adding up new friends, or they're going to start messaging the people that are already on their friends list and literally just go to the messenger.com. So I'll do this properly. So if you go to messenger.com, you click this link, it opens up. Don't necessarily scroll to the bottom of the list, because depending on how many friends you have, that might take you a while. If you only have a couple hundred friends, you can probably actually even scroll to the bottom of the list and just work your way from the bottom up. If you're a person like me that just constantly messaging people and it's all over the place, I would just scroll as far as you can for the day, and then just go and message about 20 people, your outreach message, right? And then you're good. Or whatever your goal is for the day of how many people you want to outreach, that's great, right? So scroll through and see the list and see if you have any new friends. See if you do have any new friends, right? Or any messages that people need to go. And so I'll show you guys how this kind of works once I get this template in here. So cool. And one thing that I've added in here, and maybe this will make it resonate more with people, or I'm not sure, but I've been adding the day in there. So then it just doesn't seem as like spammy to people, right? So depending on the day, I'll change that out. And so let's get this new message in here. Right here. And there'll probably be another 10 minutes here. So if everyone just holds up tight, I'll even could put on a timer so that it's good to go. So that's great. That's that one there. And then there's also this pre-connect for people. So this is the niche one. I'll color these in red too. And then this would be the one. This would be the one if you don't necessarily have a niche right now, but you want to reach out to someone new. And so basically the thing is you're going to buy and sell groups, or you're going to groups of just people that resonate with you. Like if you're like I said on one, if you're a surfer dude, go to a surfer dude group and just start friending up surfer dude people. If you're a stay-at-home mom, go to a stay-at-home mom group and just friending up stay-at-home moms, right? Because like you're gonna have something in common to talk about right off the top anyways. So then it kind of creates a lot of rapport, you know, without you even having to think too much about it, right? You know, even, and then I always have this. So how do you reach out to strangers? You give them a reason. That's the only thing you have to do, right? I saw that we had similar interests. And if they ask, what's the similar interest? You'd be like, oh, we were both in the buy and sell group, right? You just be ethical, honest, where you found them, what happened. And some people might be like, piss off, you know, and that's fine too. That's completely okay. That's just not your client. That's not your customer at the moment. There's going to be a bunch of people that say yes throughout this process. And don't get discouraged if you send out 10 messages in a day or 20 messages in a day and you don't get none, because I'll show you kind of how this works so you guys have an idea right at the end. So I had this example here. I'm going to work on this a little bit just to save everyone time in the background. But I wanted to make sure that I got this at least done so everyone has a brand new message to start this next week here that we all basically worked on together and was, yeah. So just going to grab. And basically it just repeats itself again right here. And then, yeah, it's just reiterating the message back to them again and just saying, this is what we are and this is what's going to happen from being a part of it. And the new thing, and this is probably going to really excite some people because I understand that the original system that I created was just a little bit, I think, too many steps for what we need to as a company, as this team that we need. The whole goal is we just need to get them to the group. That's what we need to do at the end of this, right? We can ask them some questions and do some certain stuff really cool within the group. So I'm changing this message now, and everyone's link is going to be the same. There are no more reference links. There's no more affiliate links anymore. We'll still be able to do tracking. We'll still be able to keep integrity and know if someone's doing malpractice or anything like that, essentially taking people and signing them up under their downlines without anyone else's consent type of thing like that. I don't think anyone has that, even a sliver or like even a bone in their body in this group like that. But there will be new people coming in, and so we kind of have to have these fail safes put in to protect everyone, right? So that we don't get any trolls or anything inside this. But how this is going to look like, so just to run this through, this is the 1, 2, 3 ABC marketing method. And how this works is 1, optimize, 2, build your list, 3, send out the daily outreach messages. And then the ABC is essentially the ABC messaging thing. You pick a pre-connect message that depends, are they an old friend, an existing friend? Are they a new friend? Or is this a niche that you've picked, right? And this is what I've said, I'm gonna go through future trainings on this. So if this doesn't make sense, don't worry, I'll explain it in full. Then you ask, this is the second message, B message, beautiful. And then this is just explaining them that we have a smart consumers community. So that, and then they're just kind of just tossing it out there. I can send you an invite if you'd like to check it out, right? Very, very soft approach. And people are, I get a lot of shares. I get a lot of, yeah, why not? You know, it's just like, it's just a very, very natural type of way of them coming to check it out. And I just directly send them to the group now. So how this is going to look when they go to the group, how can I do this? So let's go incognito tab. So now they're like, great, awesome. So they read the message, please click this link and answer a few quick questions to gain access. And I have a little emoji here. You can customize this emoji to personalize to your flavor, right? You know, girls sometimes have a little bit different of emoji, or, you know, if you don't want the emoji and you want to keep, if you're never a person that uses emojis, and that's what these things are right here, these little like text art things, then maybe you don't want to use them. I'm comfortable with that, but for the most part, one emoji, not overdoing it, but one emoji in the message, it increases convertibility, it increases engageability, it increases your marketing effectiveness. So that's why they're in there, if anyone's wondering like that. So let's grab this here, click this. Oh, where did I go? Incognito tab here. And then so they literally click this for Messenger, and it takes them over to Facebook. So it's, and then they'd have to log in. I'm already a member, so this is not going to really look like, I might just like take myself out as a member and show you guys on a future one. But just to save time right now, how this will work is they'll come to the group, and and this is what I need to express to everyone, you need to send them the link, and they need to click the link and decide if they want to come to the group. It's just not good practice in marketing to, even if someone said yes after this first message, to just add them to the group, because now you've taken the first action, and now it's not their decision that they've joined that group. You plug them in, right? And so now they kind of feel like, I didn't really make this decision. This person made it for me. And it's just psychology types of style like that. And it's not everyone. Lots of people would just say like, oh, sweet, that's super cool, thanks for letting me in. But the other huge portion of this is why they need to click this link. Like psychologically, if they click this link, then they are making the decision to join Smart Consumers, and you're not a part of that. That's their personal decision. And so that's very empowering to them, rather than someone telling them what to do, which is disempowering, right? And then they're just like, I don't feel as empowered with this anymore, right? So this is them now gaining access to something that they didn't have, almost like unlocking it, right? They click that, and if you just add them, and I'm assuming some people it's just friends and families and just whatever, just to save time. But if you add them to the group, they don't have to answer the questions once they get to the group. They just get automatically approved. And so it essentially nullifies the system that we're creating. But if you just send them to link and just follow the directions, when they click the link, they will get sent to an area before they join the group that gets them to answer a couple simple questions. And that's the last thing I wanted to work on with everyone this evening. And Gloria, you had a great question that I did want to add into this, where it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited, how motivated, how blank are you on becoming a smart consumer? Committed? Interested is a good word. There you go.
How likely?
Well, likely kind of is like, it seems like beggy a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I kind of just get words and they just, there's nothing personal by any means with anyone with certain words and stuff like that. It's just like you said earlier, Jeremy, this is an elite program. I don't know if we'd use the word elite as much just with the coming events that are about to turn and happen. So, you know, like, so some stuff is just like,
definitely not. That's just for us. That's not
you,
for others.
no,
Yeah, you're exactly
I know.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's nothing personal. Me and Jeremy are
Yeah.
best friends that totally know what's going on with certain things like that.
Yeah.
So, but it's just, yeah, we got to come up with the, like, and that's where
The
nothing
most
personal.
universal, untriggering, loving
Yes.
type of concepts, so that we have something that they want and they don't even know they want it. So let's not scare them off before they even know that they want it or not want it. That's all.
Chosen ones.
And actually, Vince, I think actually, like, that likely actually would work a little better, I think, in this way, because it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to become a smart consumer, right? It's kind of putting the ball in their court. They're like, well, I don't want to be a dumb consumer. So the likeliness of me becoming a smart consumer it's probably pretty high. Like that's just my personal way of answering that question, is like, where it's like, how interested are you? People might be like, well, what am I looking for? So yeah, good call, Vince. Good call. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to become a smart consumer? And then, yeah, multiple choice. And I'll fix these to look a little nicer and stuff too. Like I said, I'm just kind of running through this quickly just to save time. And then we'll have a 10. Super excited or something like that, right? Super excited. This one would be like, I'm gonna be like, really? Question mark. And then this is like, need some more. You need more info. You know, something like that. So it's kind of just helping them feel this out, right? And I'll come up with some stuff for there. It honestly probably doesn't need all that extra, but we'll figure it out. So, and same thing with this. Kind of need to move this around, but I'd like this to be the last question, because this is what's going to really introduce the passive income side of it. And I kind of, would you like to learn how to create an additional income from home at no additional cost to you with the smart consumer system, or something like that? Does that resonate, you guys? Is that something that we should adjust? Is it a little bit too much?
That's good, Brody.
You think that's good? Okay, because I think we should
Oh,
have
that's great. Yeah.
I think we should have a hard close kind of after they've all, and honestly, once person said yes to you 2 times, they've clicked a link and they've answered 2 questions. This question is not going to be the deciding factor of them saying no now. They've put they're way too much invested. And that's what I was trying to create with that survey, Gloria, is them getting invested in the process before they make a big decision. Because I don't know if you've ever went through a survey, no one quits a survey when they're on the 11th question going on to the 12th question. It just is like, it's not humanly a thing. People always start what they finish for the most part, you know? So I have these couple psychological marketing things that I'm trying to implement into here. So, but what I ended up doing and what Gloria basically identified and stuff in some of the other members is just like, I had too many questions. So people are kind of getting caught up in the questions and never actually experiencing the amazingness of the smart consumer group, which I just like, as this ending note, I'll adjust these questions and work with Vince and maybe Gloria and a couple of the others to make sure that, you know, that we confirm that these are the best questions that we can use. Even this one here, where did you hear about smart consumers? If someone invited you, please include their name. And I had a little emoji there. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's the first question to ask them.
For sure.
That will cut out a lot of work.
And then I can't just like move these around. I'm pretty sure I have to delete them and add them. So I'm going to do that after, but I'm going to make this question number 2. And then this question number 3.
Is it limited to only 3 questions, or can we put in more?
We can, but that's the thing, Vince, is like we are very much trying to minimize. Actually,
But
I
don't
think
you want to know where they're shopping from?
But that's the thing where
Nobody
it's just,
cares. Yeah.
yeah, it's just filler questions. But I think that'll be, and then so this is the other thing that I want. This is the one thing that, and that's where it's like some people are getting hung up on that, you know, and that's where it's just like we've tested it and it was great because some people were going all the way through and it was great information. We got enough information, we gathered it, we learned from that, and I might even look into those results to try and improve this. But here's the other thing. I don't think we need to get people to book a call to become a smart consumer with this.
No, that turns everybody away. You'll never get anybody then.
Yeah.
Thank you. But it's really nice for that to second face your people. And so what I'm thinking of doing is we're going to start creating 3-way messenger chats, because second facing is an old marketing term where it's like, okay, you've said this is a really good thing and it all sounds great, but all I've been talking with you is Gloria. And Gloria could still be someone that's totally not, you know, pure virtues who's just been saying this. But as soon as you get a second face, so essentially a 3-way call, or what I'm thinking is a 3-way message. So Vince, if you know, so Gloria gets a new lead. So this is kind of the new track record of what happens. To become a smart consumer, it's going to say either reach out to the person that invited you to this group or apply for the smart consumer system now. And when they click apply, it's literally going to take them over to a site that gets them to plug in all their information in, and we're going to plug them right into Atomy right after that. So it's called a form site. And so I'll literally be asking them for their full name, the last 3 digits of their SIN number, date of birth, all that information, all completely. And so if this person's just a go-getter and they just want to get up and get set up, as soon as we see a new submission through there, we'll double check it and make sure that we know exactly who the person is. We'll pass that information on to the person and be like, hey, this person wants to get set up with an international shopping mall. Set them up in your line as you seem fit on with this, you know, and then you'll basically have known because you would have been the person that introduced them. So you kind of know where that person's at as far as like, is this person a builder? Are they a consumer? And we'll talk about how to structure your team and how to place people properly in future videos. But that is really important to know. And I think most of you do know, but me and Vince have just kind of stumbled on a few different things. I've stumbled on more things not to do than the right thing to do with an Atomy. And there really is only one right way to build an Atomy team. And we'll talk about that in future. And I think if Vince has explained it to you, then we're totally on track with that. And so what will be cool with this is there's going to be the only other rule, and we're going to enter that as a rule inside of here. And I don't know if I'll put it in I want them to see it. So it might even be part of the questions eventually or something like that. Like, do you agree to this? But 10-day trial for the Smart Consumer Group. Everyone that joins, they get a 10-day free trial to be inside the Smart Consumer Group. And that is like the fear of missing out, the takeaway method, the whole marketing thing where it's like, oh, it's free, but only if you click this link, you know, within the next 24 hours type of thing, you know, and it's got the countdown ticker and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to miss out on this totally fake counter that's totally lying to my face right now. And so people are getting, like, some people are still triggered by that, but most people are aware enough. They don't want to see that bullshit. But I think it'll be really cool because we can stand in integrity and say, hey, there are actually people that took action on this. There are actually people that want to learn how to shop smarter. And those are the people that get to stay and learn and grow with us. Whether like, I guess not whether or not and it's free. So if they can't pull the initiative to get their shopping mall at least set up, we basically give them that ultimatum, be like, hey, and then so this is your guys' follow-up structure. I'm going to create a message, but it comes to mind just instantly. Hey, you know, in 10 days, once your trial's over, I'm going to be reaching out to you to see if this is a good fit or not.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with incentive. People are lazy and they do nothing. And if you don't prod them just a little bit, they will never do anything. It just takes a little bit of momentum. You got to get them, you got to kick them in the pants just a little bit, and then the momentum will start. Then you can let them be. You don't have to call people and say, hey, go to Walmart. You're out of this, this, and this. They finally figure it out, and they just go on their own. You see?
Yeah,
We
and
gotta
like,
we
and
gotta take all that too.
and Atomy has figured this out completely because, and I have a great video, and everyone I think watched it for the most part, where most direct sales, most businesses, most companies everywhere right now are doing this wrong, where there's always this cost to play, this pay to play type of thing, a subscription or whatever, and things like that. And if you even look at an old marketing model, I'm just going to end it with this and why this makes sense and why we just need to focus on getting more consumers and training them and basically showing them the value first before we ever even get into a passive income conversation. To tell you the truth, it's just it's gonna make people run for the hills for the most part. There's only a select, very small group of people that actually even understand this whole passive income generation model online right now and want to leverage it. And those people are really hard to convince. And they need to be convinced because they're already in this own belief system of how great their marketing system and model is already, right? And they're trying to shoot you down and everything. And I just think that's for the more higher level people. And if you have people like that, let's get on a 3-way call with them and let's move that needle closer to us for sure. But it's just, it's almost like a zero-sum game with like trying to go after other marketers sometimes because they're so invested, so indebted, and like so heavily financially invested into the other program. It's going to take a lot for them to just like burn the sales on this other program and just like come over to you, right? But all these people that are just brand new are almost like they're just like fresh canvases for you to go through and share visions with and inspire. And it's just so much more of an enjoyable process with this. And the way Atomy has it figured out is, yeah, they come in, they see the value of the products first, and then you have the conversation with them in a month's time. So the first follow-up's in 10 days. Hey, do you want to become a smart consumer? I see you've been engaging the group, or maybe you haven't, whatever the conversation you have with them is. But hey, I think you'd be a really good fit, and we can get set up today in minutes if you'd like to, right? Person's like, yeah, and okay, what's a great time for us to meet up? Or hey, go over to this, and I'm going to create this automated forms thing so that if you have someone that's interested that wants to get set up, but you don't really want to send them over to the Atomy, or you think I think it's just going to be a little easier for people to get set up this way. And then that way you can pick which sponsor they go under, all that certain type of stuff. They don't have to see that kind of back end stuff too much. All you need to do is know is that we need a couple bits of your information, and it's 100% secure and safe, and we will not be sharing this with anyone else but basically the back office so that we can plug you in. And then we'll be basically ripping up this information after and just letting them know that that's our practice with this. And I think people will be open to it.
It's brilliant. We see it every day.
Yeah.
If you see someone and say, okay, say at Food City or like a grocery store, okay, someone says, hey, we got an application, or hey, we got alcohol, or hey, we got code, whatever. What do? They call a manager over. We got to do the same things, but online and digital as everybody else. So it's comfortable.
Yeah.
They're used to what in the sales business is called a TO or a takeover. You do your job to the fullest. And then when you've done your job, you push it on to the next one, and then they continue it. Then they're a happy customer, and they get that two, like you had said earlier, that two deal,
And I would even look at this now too as like, to the best of your abilities, inspire these people to join the group through the methods that I've taught you, or some other unique other methods that you're thinking that you have, and test these out and stuff, right? And once they get to the group, leverage Vince, leverage myself, leverage Gloria, leverage all the leaders to get on another kind of like second conversation with them, or put them into a group chat where it's just you three, so then the people, and then be like, hey, this is my guy or my sponsor or whatever, this person that showed me this amazing product, he's got a ton of great information too. Let's all kind of like get clear on what this is together, and then so it's just like, instead of doing the takeover, and I love that, Jeremy, because that's totally how they do it. It's just like a communal thing where it's like you just keep growing. First you start off with Gloria, then it's Gloria and Vince, then it's Gloria, Vince, Michael, and all these people in the group, and then you're part of the group, and then you're part of the tribe.
It makes you feel so good as a customer. Like, look at this guy. This guy's amazing. You have got to meet him, and just because you're part of this, you get to. It's not bragging on anybody, but we all know awesome people, and it's awesome to introduce those people, and it's awesome for those people to feel almost privileged to get to meet those awesome people.
Boom.
That's
So
awesome.
true. They feel like a family then.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's the
That's a
vibe we need.
customer for life.
I don't think we'll have we won't have the right marketing system until, like, just what you said, Gloria, until they feel like they're joining a new family or extending their family. If they're still not giving us those types of responses, we need to improve our marketing message a little bit, right? Because that's essentially who we are and what we do for people. And so if we're not showing up like that, and I know it's like like kind of, we should just say we're one big crazy smart consumer family, but it's going to come out in the wash. We're going to eventually flesh this out, and then it's going to be like people are going to be able to just like know that that's what this is all about, even like through some paid advertising or branding or stuff like that. People will know going to smart consumers is a good bet because of like the echo and because of the word of mouth and because of the experience that people have. And then so I'm going to end a recording, but I just wanted to add this one last thing. Smart consumers to me, and I'm going to share this right now, and it's just kind of coming to me. I didn't have it earlier, but I do know what it is. Smart consumers to me is the first time people are able to come through basically a shopping distribution center, a place where they can shop, whether it be offline or online. This one is online, where you have an exceptional customer experience from the get-go. And it's exceptional quality, and there's no lies behind that. It is. Come see it for yourself. Like, don't take it from me. You need to try, because that's how incredible these are. And if you don't believe me, you have to see for yourself. And it's just that amazing. It's in, like Vince says, you couldn't even dream of the quality.
Too easy.
It's
too
a
easy.
no-brainer on how effective and how quality these products are. You just literally need to go and get your hands on them. I know it sounds cliche, but your life will be dramatically changed after you have this system and you have the smart consumer products in your hand and everything like that.
Well,
That's the way I
look,
look
bro,
at it.
look at all the beautiful people here. We didn't have to break their arms and kick them in the face to get them here.
Right.
Treat others how you were treated. It's very simple. It's very smart. I'm in. It's very efficient. Hey, I'm in. Hey, you can even make money. Will you shut up? I'm in. You see, like, we don't have to. You guys are very smart. And even if you're not the sharpest tool in the shed, you're still here, and we didn't have to force you. It's good stuff.
Sweet. Well,
Very
I'm gonna end this recording because then we'll